Welcome back to Sports Extra. Time now for a very, very special segment, as we just highlighted at the start of the show as well, that for the very first time, there's going to be something big in Pakistan. We've got 8 different countries, 3 different categories of this event. For the year 2022, for the first time, Pakistan will be holding this amateur Olympia event. And when we talk about fitness and we talk about the criteria and the bar that has been set up very high, I think it's very important that we get to not just only promote this, but also understand this and explore avenues of how we can make sure that this is not just an event-based scenario in Pakistan anymore. It deserves a lot more than it is there, because it is there in every nook and corner. You can find it probably in your own locality. I don't think that there will be hardly a place where you cannot find a place to work out. So you can definitely understand how you can turn this into a professional career as well, and how on the international level with data analytics and so many things involved now, things are getting pretty quick and pretty on a rapid pace. So we need to discuss all of this. For that, we've been joined in studios by some very, very special gentlemen who will be highlighting this as well, and also educating all of us who are not familiar with the phenomena of these certain things as well. First of all, we've been joined by the founder of the Fitness Expo Dubai, Mr. Arif Mirza. Assalamu alaikum, sir. How are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Great to have you on the show. Thank you so much for coming. We've also been joined by Syed Haider Abbas, who's the president of the Islamabad Bodybuilding Association, and he's also the champion when we talk about the year 2018 as well. But I was going through some pictures, so I believe the champion is still here to stay. So you never know. But Assalamu alaikum. How are you, sir?
Walaikum assalam.
Good to have you on the show. Thank you so much for coming.
You.
So first of all, Arif bhai, let's first of all understand Fitness Expo Dubai. The name's very catchy, looks very big. Although Expo 2020 for Dubai is also giving us all sort of goosebumps. But what is this?
Fitness Expo Dubai was actually, we created it to promote the Expo 2020 in Dubai. That was like 5 years ago. I was promoting Dubai. Now I'm here in Pakistan promoting Pakistan, because at the end of the day, that's who we are. This is my mother. That's who I live for. Right. So when we go into doing events, I've done many international events. The Fitness Expo Dubai was one of the biggest events to happen in Dubai. We've done 2 there. We've done 1 here in Lahore in 2017. But when it comes to this industry, the biggest stage for any bodybuilder is Olympia, Mr. Olympia. That's what the dream of every bodybuilder is, to get to
the Holy Grail.
Exactly, to get to the Olympia. And in order to get there, you must go from amateur to a pro. So if you're going to do that, you have to compete in an amateur show. And in the history of Pakistan, there's never been an amateur show here, because nobody wants to bring it, nobody wants to put in the effort or the investment, because it takes both. It takes a lot of work. We have the experience, we have a good team to make that happen, and alhamdulillah, for the very, very first time, this is amazing news for all the athletes in Pakistan, that we have amateur Olympia here in Islamabad. Beautiful city, everybody knows it. We have competitors coming from all around the world, so it's not just our own athletes that we're competing here, but we have athletes coming from many different countries, you know, Australia, Brazil, Spain, Mexico, Iran, Iraq, Kuwait. I mean, the list goes on and on and on, all so they can come here and compete and get a pro card. And pro card is what changes your life. I mean, once you have a pro card, I mean, in this industry, your life is made. You're a pro now. You can travel anywhere in the world, because most of our athletes, very talented athletes like, Haider Bhai here, they can't go out and compete in other countries because you can't get a visa.
But that's a very particular question, and you can highlight this better, that in Pakistan, most of the people that we have, have to self-finance everything that they're doing, from their diet, from their fitness regime. And let's be honest, at times it gets very heavy on the pockets of people who really want to invest in this. So like Arif bhai also mentioned, that now when we bring this tournament to Pakistan, you eliminate a lot of the costing. As an individual and as an athlete, how do you rate this as probably a big step to change the fortunes of our athletes?
Right. I think this is Arif Bhai's greatness, that after 5 years' time, he's planned to get back to Pakistan and do something for the
Country,
bodybuilding, do something for the bodybuilding. And 5 years back, when he came with big names like Kai Green, my kids, they were like 5 and 6 years old, they were inspired by him. So it's not about just for the bodybuilders, it's not just about the fitness seekers in Pakistan, it's
Next
for
generation,
every generation. Our kids, they're busy in their, in a lot of
social media
gadgets and stuff. But since that day, they're active. They'll play cricket, football. They would do steps like Kai Green would do. So this is a motivation, and this is the inspiration. He's doing that again and again for Pakistan, and I hope that this time, with the step he's taken, that is going to be the first time for Pakistan. That will change the whole industry, fitness industry for Pakistan, inshallah.
That's very true. Have you seen Star Wars?
Yes.
Can we call you Master Yoda of bodybuilding? It feels like that. But like I mentioned, and like he mentions as well, that once you have an event at a grand scale, people are interested. They want to see what's going on. They want to explore. They'll go back home, probably search on Google or anywhere, what is this? What's going to happen? So it's about setting a trend that will, probably find its own way forward.
Well, when it comes to sports, any sport, fitness is the backbone of any athlete,
true.
right? So we have a gym in every corner, like you mentioned earlier. So this is going to grow that industry to the next level. More and more people are going to get involved. Even if you're not competing, fitness is number one thing. If you want to look younger, if you want to, enjoy life, you have to be in fitness. So that's just, when we bring an event like this, it puts a big impact on the overall industry, not just the bodybuilders who want to compete. Like Heather was saying, his kids were inspired. So there's many kids who look up to this, and it's like a dream to them.
Yeah.
Ask anybody in any gym in Pakistan, how do you feel about amateur Olympia coming here? And first of all, they'll tell you, we can't even believe it's real, right? But now that they're sitting, we're sitting here and they're watching it, like it must be real because we're on PT.
Yeah, we're talking about it on television.
Right.
So that's very important. But because people are excited, and I'm sure that we're going to have a good turnout from Pakistan as well, as far as we have international. How do you see the next step forward now for athletes who get to have a chance to go pro when we talk about this?
They've got good chances. They're already into it. They're doing their workout properly for this competition. And obviously, if they're going to win, inshallah, which we hope so, then the international forum is open for them. They could go to any stage they want, any country they want, and promote the name of Pakistan. And obviously, you see, that's how it is.
There are so many gyms either in Pakistan.
Yes.
I mean, even in one locality, you would at least have 2 gyms. That's for sure. In one small sector or any place that we see. It's good that if we can move, would you agree that if we can move to a platform where we are able to structure these gyms, have a proper structure for them, a proper mechanism for these people, we can probably, go big in as far as this is concerned.
This is actually just a very, very small step. Very small step. We have a long way to go, but we are actually quite far. We've come quite far from where we were from the last event that happened 5 years ago.
Yeah, how do you gauge that difference? Let's talk about that.
There's a huge difference because there's a lot more bodybuilders now that have gone abroad.
The numbers have increased.
Exactly.
Okay.
They've gone abroad to compete. There's more supplements available in the market. There's more awareness on how to build a body, on how to train, how to prepare a proper diet. So all that has changed from those 4 years, 5 years. There's been a big impact, and this will just add on more to it. So when people start preparing for this, because we actually notified athletes almost a month ago, so they have enough time to get ready, and they reach out to us, how do we do this, how do we do that. So then what we end up doing is put them in touch with #1 trainers in the world outside, and most of them are my friends. So I tell them, listen, can you guide these?
So you've got some powerful friends.
Well, if you're in the industry, you have to actually dominate the industry. Otherwise, there's no room for you. So if you're just going to be another player on the team, you're going to sit on the bench. You have to be the top player.
Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah,
How good is it, Heather, that we get to share international exposure? So people coming from all over the world, then there's Pakistani athletes as well. So they will be sharing knowledge with each other as well.
Yeah, exactly. But it's not going to be just for the players. As a Pakistani, as whatsoever profession we are in, I think we should all engage into it. And it's coming by the 23rd March. Obviously, I'm not going to announce the date, which we already. But everyone is going to, I hope, get into it, and I hope all the support from Islamabad, from Pakistan, all the professionals we're dealing with different federations and the Pakistan board and the Pakistan government of Pakistan, Imran Khan Sahab. We hope, inshallah, they're all will be with
Will
us,
be a part of
inshallah,
it. That's very
inshallah.
important. Would you like to send out a final message to people who are watching?
I would love to see everybody come out and enjoy this event because this is something that you don't want to miss. You will learn so much about fitness itself. Forget bodybuilding is not for everybody; it's just for certain athletes. But fitness itself, you're going to learn so much about it. You know, people go to the gyms for months and months and they don't see a change
Nothing happens.
until somebody tells you, you know what, do it like this, and then boom, you see that change happen. A message for Khan Sahab is, you invited me to come to Pakistan a few years ago to make investment here. I'm here doing it. So let's see what you got to offer.
Yeah, now you are the investment that we talk about. But Arif bhai and Haider bhai, thank you so much for joining
Thank you
us.
very much. Thank
We wish you all the best.
Thank you.
And the platform of PTV is always there,
Thank you so
anytime,
much.
whenever you need it, to promote this even further, inshallah, because it is a cause for Pakistan at the end.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for joining us. That's all we have time for this edition of Sports Extra. But before we go, you heard from our guests as well, and I think the message is straight and clear that you got to go out there, join this cause, learn a bit of stuff as well yourself, and you can obviously promote it further, because life is all about learning, and this is next level. So you never know, things can change in an instant when it comes to platforms like this, and this is certainly a big platform for Pakistan. So we wish them all the best as well. From me and the entire team, it's goodbye for now.